Greetings, lovelies. It's Emmy. I hope you guys are all well. I'm going to be eating more food. Big surprise. Today I will be eating Persia. I received this lovely package from a viewer named Anisa. Thank you so much, Anisa, for sending me this lovely package of Persian treats. So Persia is also known as Iran, which is a country in the Middle East. Anisa prefers to call it Persia because she believes it represents a time and a place that was more accepting. Thanks, Anisa, so much for sharing that and teaching me a little bit about your culture. She included a lovely letter of all the treats she sent me, and she told me a little bit about herself. She's lived all over the world and now lives in Canada. Let's start with this. Look at this beautiful bag and its best tea blends. She calls this just Persian tea, which is Persian black tea. In Farsi, it's called chai. So she said the way it's served in Persia is that you first make a tea concentrate. So she said steep some in a teapot, which I put about 2 teaspoons in a teapot with boiling water. You ask someone how concentrated they would like their tea. You add a little bit more hot water to it. It's often served sweetened, but she said never with milk. So this might be familiar to a lot of you, and it's rock sugar or rock candy. Look how beautiful. I used to actually grow sugar crystals when I was a kid. I thought it was the coolest thing. Look at those beautiful sugar crystals. They are gorgeous. By the looks of it, it looks like a slightly unrefined sugar because it's got this bit of an amber color. And now we take this and we swizzle it into our tea. Ah, this is so much fun. I've never done this before. Okay, the tea is hot. So. And can you see it? It's melting. Oh, it smells divine. All right, I'm gonna put this down. Taste it. That is wonderful. It has a really lovely perfume, this tea. It reminds me very much of Earl Grey. Earl Grey is just black tea that is fragranced with bergamot, which is kind of citrus. It doesn't really smell citrusy to me. It smells actually more floral, and it's delicious. All right, let's continue. Since I have, for once, a lovely glass of tea, I can have my cookies with tea. Look at this beautiful, huge box of cookies. These are chickpea cookies. They're shaped like a 4-leaf clover. Those are good. Very soft texture, very crumbly, and dry and nutty. They're very reminiscent of cookies that I had from the Philippines called polvaron, and also the cookies that I had in Mexico that were made by De La Rosa. Similar crumbly texture and nutty flavor. Delicious. Love them. This is baklava. Can you see it in there? Now baklava, that as I know it, is a dessert that's made with honey and spices and nuts and phyllo dough, which is a very thin, buttery pastry. She says the Persian version tends to be a little bit lighter than some of the Middle Eastern versions, and they can be found from Central to Southwest Asia. Let's taste it. Here we go. Boy, that's good. So this is just a textural delight. The phyllo dough is very light and crisp. And then in the middle, we have pistachio nuts and some kind of syrup. So they're very, very sweet and kind of soft and a little bit chewy, all unwrapped in this very delicate cloud of phyllo dough. Delicious. This one looks a little bit different. But this has the phyllo dough on top and bottom. It has a little bit more pastry. And very moist, almondy middle. Really good. These are roasted chickpeas, and they are adorable. They're garbanzo beans. Those are quite good. A cross between, like if you took a soy nut, ever had those roasted soy nuts crossed with a peanut? That's the flavor combination I think of. Slightly toned down peanut flavor. Delicious and quite healthy. This is Choopan yogurt soda, and she says it's called doog. How cool is that? You hear that? And sure enough, it's fizzing. So it pours. It's actually quite thin. And let's taste it. Here we go. Come by. Wow. It's tart. It tastes like fizzy yogurt. Doesn't have any sweetness or any flavor for that matter, except tasting like yogurt. It's a bit like kefir, but carbonated. It's actually a little bit salty too. Very interesting. I'm not sure if I like it, but it's not bad either. I think this would be very quenching on a very hot day. Another thing that Anisa sent me are a bag of dates. For those of you that don't know what dates are, this is what a date is. A date is a fruit of a date palm tree. And she says they're used a lot in Persian cuisine, often cooked with rice. Really good. They're really surprising because they're very, very sweet. Brown, sugary caramel flavor. But it's all natural. It's just the date fruit itself. This is a pitted version. Inside there's usually a kind of an almond-shaped pit. Kukme, which is a variety of kinds of seeds to have as snacks. Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and watermelon seeds. So here's the bag of the watermelon seeds. They look like squash seeds or mini pumpkin seeds. She says you can eat them whole. Or she says you can crack them like you would a pumpkin seed. The shell is quite hard, actually harder than a pumpkin seed. And inside is a seed that looks like that. It's a little white, kind of pumpkin seed looking. And delicious. Very similar to pumpkin seed in flavor. Nice and salty and roasted. They take a little bit more effort to crack, but equally delicious. Pomegranate nectar. Alright, so let's give it a taste. Ooh, beautiful ruby color. Yum. It's got a nice acidity, nice kind of tanginess to it, and not overly sweet, and very refreshing. And there's just a slight bitterness to it. So this is another cookie. They're just walnut cookies. She says they're always served with tea. Wow, look at the size of that cookie. It's so beautiful. Oh, so inside it looks like that. So there's some kind of, I'm imagining walnut filling in it. Itadakimasu. I have tea, it's so nice. Yum. So the texture is very soft. I don't actually taste any walnut, but I do taste some cinnamon or some spice in there. It's delicious. They're roasted pistachios. I love roasted pistachios, but these are huge and a little bit longer than the pistachios that I've eaten in the past. Really big pistachio. And pistachio is a type of nut, for those of you that haven't had one. So here we go. Look at that. Beautiful light green color. These have a little bit of a tartness to them. Tastes like lemon juice. She says it's a very popular flavor combination, lemon and salt. In Farsi, it's called ghats, and it's a Persian nougat. Look at this. Oh, that looks great. It's a soft nougat. Oh, it smells like roses. Oh my gosh. Really rich almond flavor. Soft, sweet, fluffy nougat that tastes like roses. It's delicious. Let's have it with tea. Oh, perfect with tea. Contains sugar, syrup, rose water, and egg whites. She says traditionally made with pistachios, but this one's made with almonds. So look at these beautiful little figs. Little dried figs. And look what they look like inside. They're gorgeous. I love figs. Fresh figs are amazing. They're so fleeting and special. And these too, like dates, are like candy. They're so sweet and concentrated in flavor. Delectable because there's, if you can hear, the seeds are crunchy. They're kind of like poppy seeds. So as you bite them, they give this nice little fun crunch. Kind of like a date crossed with a raisin. There's that dried fruit flavor and just pure sweetness. They're delicious. And the seeds are so much fun. They go crunch, 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 crunch. Dried cherries are called abalu. They're usually served in a dish called abalu polo, which means sour cherry rice. Looks like that. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Oh yeah, there are pits in there. There's a pit. Kind of like a sour raisin. It's good. So here are some almonds. And just like the pistachios, these are seasoned with lemon and salt. Delicious! Anisa, thank you so much for sending me a little bit of Persia and sharing so many great Persian treats. I really learned a lot. You had really great explanations. They were really helpful. And yeah, I really enjoyed myself. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys learned something. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.
Oh. Not sure I like that. Not so attractive.